Welcome back to FBM 2014. That is the Fragbite Masters, where we're bringing to you an exciting best of 3. This is a Zerg Pro between these two players on Frost Ladder Edition. In the bottom left hand side of the map, our blue Brotoss, it's MC. And here on the bottom right hand side of that very same map, representing Mal's Esports, it's our red Zergy McFerguson Vortix. Alright, so currently the score is 1-1 between these two players. Now MC has done a lot of aggressive openers, including ones with Stargates. Can we expect more of the same, or is he going to choose to mix it up? Vortix, of course, knowing this is a bigger map, may choose to do something a little more economic. Now, this is a typical map to do a Nexus first or Forge first build. MC not going to disappoint with that. As a result, I believe, yep, Vortix is going to be going for a spawning pool first. This will, of course, keep him safe against any kind of cannon rush his opponent would do against a hatchery first. This is just a very common map because of this fairly tight natural choke point to do the Forge First build on, so hence the caution from our Zerg player. Great choice, as always, by this guy. So essentially, now we're going to be looking at when does Vortix choose to take his third, and when is he going to get his gas. Also, we want to see, once the Cyber Core finishes for MC, what is he going to tech into? Is it going to be Stargate, Robo, Twilight Council, or is he just going to hit some kind of crazy gateway timing? Who knows? It's MC. You never can tell. And there's the third base for Vortix coming down now. And a little bit of a rudimentary defenses. Cool thing that Vortix has done is he has got a great scout off, realizing that this is indeed a Forge first build. He was able to take the hatchery about the same time he realized that it was not going to be a gateway first, as soon as he had confirmed that. Now, this is going to mean he can delay his gas till about 7.5 minutes at the latest, and we'll see how long he decides to do that. Now, the side report is finishing for MC. We'll see what he takes into now. Warp gate just starting. Looks like he is still playing fairly standard. That's completely cool. And there's 2 gas now, just shy of 6 minutes for Vortix. And oh my, it's a Stargate. Okay, so MC is going to be going for yet another Stargate play. And this Overlord is actually going to be rallied right through that Stargate. He will spot this, and we'll see how Vortix chooses to react. Now, the thing is, he is just getting his gas, so he could go for Hydralisks. He could even, you know, he's got a lot of options, essentially. You know, he'll probably stay on a layer tech for a little while with some Hydras, maybe throw in some Roaches or something like that. Hopefully he'll get some Evolution Chambers shortly. There's a third gas going down. And we'll see what upgrades he's going. You know, if he goes Ling upgrades, we'll probably see something like Ultralisks. If he goes ranged upgrades, you know, the typical Roach Hydra. Some good scouting now. He is certain of the Stargate, and this Overlord is actually parked pretty conveniently here. This base is completely, well, not completely saturated, but he's got a very clear lead in the income tab at this point on the strength of that third base. And again, he'll want to take a fourth fairly soon, especially once he's got these upgrades going. There's the layer as well, so he is going straight into the mid game. Great decision here by Vortix. MC, of course, is going to be getting ready to take some map control. These Phoenix is going to be able to push these Overlords completely off the map, and we've got 3 gateways. That's going to be 4 gateways total incoming. So with 4 gateways and Stargate, he could potentially do a lot of harassment. Vortix is going to have to be careful not to lose too much to any kind of pressure coming his way. And of course, these Phoenix gonna supply block him. A little bit unfortunate there. but there's the 1-1 upgrades. So we've got the melee attack upgrades coming, so we should see a fairly fast Hive. He may delay this 4th base for a while. From that, he is going to want those Ultralisks fairly quickly, not relying too heavily on the upgrades. Going to lose another Overlord. Queen's going to push back the rest of those Phoenix, but another Phoenix coming in, and it looks like he's going to swoop it here into the main, hoping to grab another Overlord out of position. Check out the Christmas tree. I got presents as well. And some good harassment here with the Lynx. He's just scouting around. He sees that the 3rd base is going to be taken. Going to try and poke in here. Perhaps delay that probe, but did not quite work out. That's okay though. Oh wow, he's going for an infestation pit. This is a really incredibly fast layer. He's actually not going to have any kind of anti-air like Hydralisks to push these Phoenix off, so not 100% sure how he's going to manage that. Currently he is producing a lot of Queens, but I mean, Queens are pretty slow. You're not going to be able to apply much offense with them, so he's going to have to be careful that his opponent just doesn't build up a supreme death ball. Now these Lynx doing a great job harassing to make sure that that does not happen. And there is the Pathogen Land, so we'll have the Infestors coming just slightly before the Ultralisks, and that's going to work out really, really well for Vortix. It's just he's got to be sure not to die between now and then. The Colossi going to be coming out soon as that Robotics Bay finishing up here shortly. Of course, another Twilight Council, and that's going to mean +2 upgrades for the ground weapons attack. Ooh, another Overlord getting... Oh, nice transfuse there at the last moment. And these 1-1 upgrades going to be finishing. 7 Infestors on the way. That's 7, 8 Infestors. Wow, before Hive. And he's getting another Queen before Hive. Wait. He isn't. What? Guys, he's about to hit with his Queens. This is going to be a Ling Queen Infestor attack. I have no idea if this is going to work, but he's got some good creep spread. That's at least going to stretch the Zalaga Tower. That's going to get his Queens majority of the way there, so they're not going to be able to retreat, but they can get there just in the nick of time. These observers not quite in a position to deal with it, but the Phoenixes are going to spot it. Observers not able to see it, but the Phoenixes are going to. Now these Phoenixes are quite bruised, and the observers of course going to get in position here. The Infestors are swinging in from the rear, and the observer going to spot those as well. Now, how does MC respond to this? He's got the external thermal lance. He's got Colossi coming. Colossi going to do great against us, but not without the external thermal lance. The fungal growth is going to be amazing. We shall see. There is the first Colossi popping onto the field. Queen's gonna swing in here. We shall see how this works out. And the Queen's taking a large brunt of the damage. Lynx trying to swing in here, but they are being careful not to get hit by the extended thermal lance. Some great fungal growths on these Zealots cleaning house. The Queen's actually... The force field's helping, keeping them really alive. Lynx swinging in from the rear, taking out a lot of these sentries. Colossi going to go down to a swarm of the Lynx as well. Stalker's getting killed off. That is a huge number of Infestors and Lynx left over. But the Zealots being able to choke these Lynx off with the surface area. The Nexus still charging down here. Some Infestor going down, but mostly out of energy. It looks like there is not enough left to complete this attack. But... Vortix still with an overwhelming amount of units here. He's just going to be forced to retreat back and regroup. Some more units going to be swarming in here shortly. But while we wait on that, let's take a look at that attack. You see how those Lings just getting clumped up there by the force fields. Now, 4th base is being taken by Vortix, as you see in the middle right-hand corner. Some good lifts on the Queens, but that Colossi very vulnerable to the Ling swinging in the back. Really caught MC off guard there. Now, let's see what is MC gonna do here with the Queens poking here at the gateway. Ling's gonna swing in along the side, but the extended thermal lance really working its magic now. Charge on the way, as well as another Colossi. High Templar Archives on the way as well, so gonna have some answers to deal with the Ling Infestor squad very, very soon. So Mutalisks are in production, 2 upgrades as well. We've got the Corruptors already on the field. That's going to keep these Phoenix pushed off of the main army of Vortix. Now that 4th base is completely secured, and we've got some Lings poking up this top ramp. Looks like there could be a pretty major engagement here. Lings swinging in here to the natural. He's got to be careful that the infestors don't get picked off by the zealots. Oh my god! Look at that fungal growth! Wow! Okay, so that's a lot of fungal growth. He's chain fungling this. This is amazing. Corruptor's swinging and doing a great job against the Colossi. The Mothership Core getting picked off as well. That was a huge amount of Sentry Zealot. That was the bulk of MC's army. That is going to be hard to recover from. Vortix has a 1,500 mineral dump. He is pumping out the Lings as long as he stays on top of these injects. He is in a wonderful position. Now the Stalkers are on top of this ramp, able to pick off a couple of the Mutals, a couple of the Infestors, even blinking down, chasing off a couple of the Queens. But wow, Vortix taking out an amazing bulk of the Protoss army. Look at these Infestors. Check this out again. Look at that. Oh my god. Vortix now currently 50 supply ahead of his opponent. Completely off the back of those fungal growths. Those infestors have paid for themselves. And Vortix just going to continue this attack. He knows he's up. Any trade, no matter how cost inefficient, of course going to be in his favor. With this good of an economy, with this much of a lead, he cannot lose. He has got to press his advantage. The infested Terran Beach Ball is in there to soak some damage, but not being targeted. They, of course, spawn and are doing a massive amount of damage, breaking the backbone of MC. These Mutalisks dealing a ton of damage, not really being focus fired here. MC getting a little bit sloppy on the micro, trying to keep his units alive. The huge number of Lings on the ground just doing massive amounts of damage to these Stalkers, and with the corruption from the Corruptors as well, these Stalkers are bled dry. MC playing a great game, but Vortix showing why he is the master of this matchup, dominating his opponent in a convincing 2-1 victory. Guys, I'm Shaft with Pennycasting Crew. If you liked this broadcast, please check out some of our other casts by subscribing to this channel and visiting us on the homepage. Thank you so much. I'm Shaft. Bye-bye.
멀티에 방해도 받지 않으면서 안전하게 해주고 있는 모습인데 맹독충의 스피드업이 되기 전에 즉 전방 위에서만 싸워야 되고 전방만 좀 제거하고 맞으면 돼요. 네, 여기 스캐너만 뿌리고 이 근육을 살려면 그렇습니다. 대응 잘못하면은 그 상황에 치워질 수 있으나 현재까지는 준비를 이종 선수가 조금 더 잘해주고 있었다. 이렇게 생각을 해야 될 것 같습니다. 그렇죠. 그 상황이 신영 선수가 좋습니다. 여기가 계속 앞서서 싸움을 걸 수 있는 건 보통 싸워서요. 써먹어야 되거든요. 힘을 한번 필요